Shit. What was?
How does I Feel Like Chicken Tonight not have words? Explain that to me.
What is that? What is How I Feel Like Chicken?
What are you talking about, sir?
I feel like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight. You don't know about
Happy Birthday is a song. You don't know the words to that one?
That's copyrighted. We could get in trouble.
Oh, really? Because me singing Rihanna is not copyrighted.
Yeah, because you sang it poorly.
Oh, what? It was so accurate that we're gonna get a copyright strike. Okay?
Thought it was beautiful.
You guys are ass. Let's play a good song.
Rihanna is shaking.
What the fuck is I Feel Like Chicken Tonight?
I Feel Like Chicken Tonight was a jingle from the 90s. You know what? We're gonna play a good song instead to fill in the time in between. Because I know what, you're gonna sing our theme song next week. Just you fucking watch. And you're gonna like it.
Play the intro now. Just relax. Let the intro play. Don't talk over the intro. This is intro song time. You can't hear it, but they can hear it. And that's all that matters.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new edition of ROFLcast. I'm your host, A to the Chills to the Phils to the Bills, that is hosting today's episode because last week was hosted by Kayla. And you know what? You did a really good job. I would say you did about 70% on the dollar. Good job compared to what I do.
Hey, I'm Canadian.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Oh, sorry. 70 cents to the loony. Is that better?
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go.
There we go. On this week's ROFLcast, we'll be discussing movies, which is a change from some of our stuff. We'll be discussing Katy Perry, which is Katy Perry's cat, and whether or not she should let it die on a flight. What else are we talking about? We're going to talk about a bunch of movie news. Are we going to watch some trailers? We may not. We might watch some trailers. If you guys are good, we'll watch some trailers, but you're usually not good. With me, as always, is the know those little flags you put on notebooks so you can find your pages later? Those little sticky convenience strips?
Yeah, Stars of David.
Yep. Stars of David. The star of David herself, Kayla Quinn. Greetings, shalom, salam alaikum, and welcome.
A good crystal knocked to you.
I hate you both so much.
I'm sorry, could you finish the Hola bread before you stop talking? And joined with us, as always, is a sentient robot built by the Nazis, designed by the Chinese, and then incorporated by the Americans, Engineer Ray. Soman, what's up?
I mean...
Isn't that what you called him last time?
No, he said something else that was similar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all the same.
No. I told the story last week about your creation. How I explained to you? I just called you a faggot.
No! Oh, I guess... That works as well.
Can you feel...
I'm feeling all right because we put a Star of David on Kayla, so we know who she is and what to do with her.
Fear me.
We're going to do some upcoming movie news and determine if these upcoming movies will be sweet or if these upcoming movies will be sheet. And a segment we call Sweet or Sheet. Ray, play the intro.
I don't know the intro.
You're supposed to make it up every week. We've done this 3 times. You're like,
I got the intro.
Every time.
Damn it, he blacked out again.
Sweet or sheet, da, 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 came from poop, bum, 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 or is it not poop?
Wow, you could have said good in a way that rhymes with poop, and you chose not to. Is it poop, or is it good? Actually, you know what? Poop or good is a better fucking segment name than Sweet or Sheet. And you abandoned that opportunity. My favorite part about the theme song is that it is you getting frustrated that I didn't tell you to prepare a theme song in advance. That's the theme song.
The theme song.
And you'd be like, I wasn't prepared for this. I'm not ready for this.
It's just like, that's the theme song.
I wasn't ready to take something literally.
Sweet or Sheet. I wasn't ready to do this. The Sweet or Sheet. Netflix is making movies.
No.
There are films that go to the Netflix, and they're known for pairing some interesting individuals, like Alan Sorkin and David Fincher. Who thought? House of Cards. Like the Duffer Brothers. They were brothers. They should have known to work together, but nope, Netflix put them together. And they made Stranger Things. Now Netflix is mixing worlds again with the director of Coraline with Key and or Peele. Not or, and Peele. So Coraline, Key and Peele.
They hadn't decided which one yet.
Well, listen, we need one of those Negroes from that show. You know what pisses me off about Key and Peele? Is that they're like me, they're halfies, but they look full black, right? I came out on the other side. I look like my other half more. But they look like the black side.
He doesn't look.
And so they get all the black cred. They can say nigger without it getting in trouble. They're half black. They can make sketches about race. They're half black. But yeah, I get in trouble for it.
My girlfriend says I can't say that word anymore, by the way.
Nigger? You can't say the word nigger?
She doesn't like me saying it.
I
say it's okay because you say it.
To be fair, your girlfriend was a black woman that survived the Underground Railroad, so she's 100.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 179 years old. So, Netflix will finance a Henry Selick, who directed Coraline, a new stop-motion animated film called Wendell and Wild, featuring the voices of Jordan P. and Keegan Poop. Jordan P. and Keegan Poop.
Love that, guys. Love them, guys.
Yes, so it's going to have Oscar-winning Jordan Peele and also Keegan Michael Key.
Also that guy.
Now, Kayla, ladies first. Yeah. Let Ray answer since he identifies as one. And I think it's actually funny. It's usually like I'm fine with ladies first, as long as they're attractive. And now because trans women are a thing, well, they've always been a thing, but now that we're socially accepting them as a thing, they have like a higher level of what do they call that? Oppression? No. Not the opposite of privilege.
Shadow?
Yeah, they have a higher amount of 5 o'clock shadow than real women. No. What's the opposite of like prestige to have when they talk about like minorities and trans and stuff having issues, they usually phrase it this way.
Privilege?
The opposite of privilege. Oh, being black. No. God, I can't remember.
Fuck. I don't think there's a word for this. Is there?
Yes, there is.
Privilege?
You take one of these oppression tests, or like you take these things to find out how low in the social hierarchy you are. Do you know what I'm talking about? I feel like we're spending too much time on this. Ray, you got to look this up while I keep talking. No, you're filling time with beatboxing. There was great. Was that scat or beatboxing?
I don't know. There's both.
It's like a privilege test, like an oppression test. Anyway, they're like lower on the ranking, I guess, or higher. Check my privilege. Okay, let's just say that. So like, well, let's check my privilege. They have a thing where you can determine how much privilege society has given you to determine like where you fall in it. Trans women actually outrank real women now. So now men are getting priority over women because of feminism. It's getting real weird. But anyway, Ray, you have to go first now.
That took way too long.
Yeah, it didn't land either.
Okay,
what
am I doing? Because now I'm distracted by this trans woman oppression thing.
Well,
Why am I supposed to go first with?
It's that thing you sang the fucking intro theme for?
Oh, sweet.
No, what was it? Poop or good? God, that's
poop.
bad.
Poop or good?
Goo or poo? No, sweet or sheet?
Sweet.
Why do you say it's sweet? Were you a fan of Coraline? Did you like that? Do you like stop motion?
I am indeed a fan of Coraline, and I'm a fan of stop motion, and I feel we have to preserve stop motion because it was already a very niche craft, and I feel like with CGI being able to fucking ape the look of stop motion, it's in danger of becoming extinct.
I'll read you the synopsis quickly.
What new is really coming into stop motion?
Right, this is a person that worked in stop motion already because everyone's moving to CG. So the plot is, this is from a 2015 synopsis, so it may have changed. Two scheming demon brothers who must face their arch nemesis, the demon-dusting nun, Sister Helly, her two acolytes, the goth teens Kat and Raoul. So it's a demon-killing nun and her two acolytes, goth teens, looking down two demon brothers. And the demons are played by Jordan and Keegan. So now, Kayla, having that information, how do you feel? Sweet or sheet?
I don't know.
Are you doing a pass on a meh?
It's kind of meh.
All right.
I wasn't sure, and I was going to ask you what it was about. And then
Mhm.
now that you've said what it's about, I'm kind of like, maybe I just need a little more or a pre.
Did
Because I
Coraline...
do like all involved. I wasn't a huge Coraline fan, but I'm not. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I need to watch it again because when I watched it, I had bad taste in films, so I should watch it again. But
It's a really beautiful story. I actually just drew a picture of it 1 year ago on a Post-it note, like when I was bored.
I'm sad the chubby kid didn't get to rail Coraline. Christ, man.
I mean, I like to think that they did. I like to think that they smushed putty, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna rewatch it and get back to you.
A
Actually,
common fan pairing on the internet is Coraline and that Paranorman kid.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I want the Paranorman kid and Jimmy Neutron to fucking have a kid that has even bigger hair. Think about it. If you guys were to recast this movie, a different creative pairing, who would you put in a stop motion film like that? After seeing Coraline, knowing its tone, Nightmare Before Christmas, knowing its tone, what? Who else would you put in there? Because we know
I like the idea of Key and Peele, though.
Yeah, but they're not really the British dramatic actors that do these Neil Gaiman-y type stories the way that Johnny Depp was, right? Although he's American, he has that kind of European vibe. Is there anyone that comes to mind that you guys would like to see them team up with?
Think.
So
Who's the Lego Movie guys?
Yeah, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. That's a great idea. That would be fucking insane. I would love for the Lego Movie guys to do a real stop motion film with like the director Coraline. That would be insane. Okay, so we figured out if it was sweet or sheet. We got 2 sweets, 1 meh. So we got 1 sweet in the end. No, I don't know how the math works. So we're gonna give this a 2 out of 3. That's our rating on it so far.
Let's give it a 2.5.
We can't give you 0.5s. It's either sweet or
yes,
sheet.
Yes, you can. I'm in the middle.
This isn't sweet, sheet, or meh.
It doesn't count.
I'm a central person, okay?
This isn't... 0.5 would be like you're a little excited, but not super excited.
Well, really, we won't even go with excitement.
Meh is an I don't know yet because
based on the information,
a meh is a spoiled ballot.
That's a fucking cop out. That's what that is. Hashtag meh too.
Cunts.
You went to the voting station just to say, I don't know how to vote.
A meh is a hanging chad.
I know how to vote. I just exercise my right to be undecisive.
Yeah.
That's what would have happened if I lived in America when the election. I wouldn't know who to vote for.
Oh, really? You wouldn't immediately go and be like, Hillary, because I'm a woman. Yay.
No, I'd write Bernie.
You disgust me.
Feel the burn.
That's neither the turd sandwich or the giant douche. Damn, I don't know.
I would have gone and voted for Nader for an 8th consecutive term.
This is a giant douche household, so we would have voted giant douche.
Many douches.
Why were so many Chinese people pro-Trump? Just because they're like, oh, business, characters, yeah.
Wait, is Trump the giant douche?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
No.
He's making a He's making a South Park
Hillary
reference.
Mr. Sandwich, so yes.
Yeah.
Trump is the giant douche.
Yeah.
Hillary's a douche as well, though. Like, let's be real.
Why? Because she murders people?
Yeah, exactly why.
Listen, this movie is either going to be above 5 out of 10 or below 5 out of 10. If it's below 5 out of 10, in your prediction, that's a sweet or that's a sheet. If it's above 5 out of 10, that's a sweet.
Okay,
so which
I
one
think
is
it's going to be above 5 out of 10 with the actors, so I'll give it a sweet, and you can go suck my cock.
Okay, wow, rough. This is certified sweet. You've heard it here. It is certified sweet, and we will have to suck Kayla's cock.
Yes.
Now, I'm a fan of actors doing dramatic roles. I like science-y movies. And now there is a pairing. Have you guys seen the TV show Fargo?
No.
Have you seen the TV show Legion?
I've heard of it. Yes.
So I believe those are the 2 best TV shows last year. The best thing to be on TV, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because remember, a lot of things that come Netflix aren't on TV.
True.
So to create both of them, is pretty fucking insane. Now he's making his directorial debut in a movie called The Pale Blue Dot, which is a reference to the Carl Sagan quote when we were sending out a probe, the Voyager 1 probe in 1990, and he convinced the scientists to spin around the probe so it takes a picture of the Earth from 3.7 billion miles away. And all you could see was this pale blue dot. He wrote this really beautiful talk about the pale blue dot. And they're making a movie about it now. And starring in this movie will be Jonathan Bacon, or some of you may know him by his actor name, John Hamm, and Natalie Jewface, or if you might know her by her actor name, Natalie Portman. No, that's not fair. She doesn't have a Jew face. She has a very pretty face. I'm just kidding. Hamm plays for
Jewish women are all beautiful.
Yeah. I was raped by a Jewish girl on a beach in Guatemala once.
Wow.
True story. We'll get into that in Uncut one day. I was like, please stop, you're hurting me. She started choking me. She's like, I watched your friend.
But did she make you eat gefilte fish during it?
You know what? You cut me off, and I had a really good punch.
I'm sorry.
Crushed it.
Yeah. We'll have to get... You'll have to find out what she said on next week's Uncut.
Tune in, friends.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got to say gefilte fish.
Yeah, you did. You know what? That is a fun word, and I don't blame you for interjecting. Because sometimes you just gotta dive in. Oh, you see how she did? How she dived in before I was done?
Yeah, but it wasn't as classy.
I'm never classy. We know this.
So originally up for the role was Reese Witherspoon, but got Nat Poe now instead. And Pale Blue Dot stars Portman as an astronaut who begins losing her sense of reality after returning to Earth following a long space mission. And John Hamm plays her aggressive pursuer, which doesn't really sound like anything. It's kind of weird that they're calling it Pale Blue Dot. And hearing that, I think because she's losing her sense of reality, it might be a little bit like the Cloverfield paradox. So that would have initially turned me off, but knowing Noah Hawley is doing it, and for his work on Fargo and Legion, I'm actually gonna pull myself back over to a Sweet because I like these actors. Kayla, how do you feel about it?
Sweet.
Yeah, what appeals to it about you? What about it appeals to you? Is that right?
Well, I was just reading it really quickly. If it actually gives John Hamm a meaty role to play, I think it'll be interesting because honestly, Mad Men wasn't that meaty of a role. He just kind of did the same thing every episode.
But what about when he plays the villain type character? Like if he's gonna play like a sexual predator.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see him be like an actual villain, not a villain that you're sympathetic with.
Interesting. And how do you feel about Nat Poe?
I like Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
she's not like the most brilliant actress ever, in my opinion, but I enjoy her. And
she can carry a movie still.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ray, how do you feel? Okay.
Good to know.
Are you?
At this point, she poop.
You're poop.
What do you feel like Natalie
Portman's
Portman's
weird
poop?
Fucking face.
How dare you?
And I can't unsee him as the creepy cult leader rapist in
Mad Men. In Mad Men.
I forgot about that. I forgot he was in Kimmy Schmidt because he has.
You're not really wrong.
But in real life, he's just so damn charming.
Yeah. And also, we don't know what this movie is about yet, other than it's in space. And
well, we know that a woman...
Pothead Carl Sagan.
You're a piece of shit. How dare you describe that man who brought science to the mainstream masses as a pothead? I mean, he was. Yeah, I mean, he was. But he was so much more than that.
You say that like it's an insult. Yeah,
because there's a nice way to call someone a pothead, and it's called a stoner. That means
it's called a visionary.
So Nat Poe, her last few movies have been Annihilation, which I'm going to go see soon, Song to Song, Planetarium, Jackie, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Jane Got a Gun, Tale of Love and Darkness, Knight of Cups, Seventh Fire. She's been in a lot of movies I have not been watching.
Seen any of these?
Is it because she quit the MCU? I feel like it's that.
Well, like they were using her so much. You know, Jane Foster is used in fucking Dark World. She was a throwaway line in Avengers.
Yeah.
You know what she did before Thor? Your Highness. Her fucking
that was so bad.
Her career took a goddamn nosedive. You know, she did good in Jackie because she looks exactly like Jackie, but
I need to see that though.
That was okay. I mean, her last good movie was Black Swan in 2010. So.
Oh, Black Swan. That was that long ago?
Yeah, 2010.
Fuck.
I mean, Thor: The Dark World was okay, but Aside from that, not really. So, she's been like, I don't know, she's been batting. She's like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies was fucking dumb, but she wasn't main character. Annihilation's supposed to be quite good. Jackie was okay. Jane Got a Gun was Knight of Cups was okay. And then there's Thor 1 and 2, which isn't her fault, and Your Highness is horrible. So, I mean, I don't know. She can carry a movie. She just hasn't shown it lately. So I can see why you would say that was sheet.
Maybe she needed a break after Black Swan.
Yeah. Maybe she's gay.
Emotional torture. I wish I'd date her.
Also, like, it's not clear about what losing her sense of reality means.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking it might be like a bit of a Cloverfield paradox type thing, which has me really nervous because that was the worst movie ever made.
Maybe she saw some shit.
Maybe
out in space.
No. Maybe she has a psychotic break and starts seeing people as aliens and starts killing random people.
That would be fucking cool.
Rated as.
That gets sweet for me.
Yeah. If it's that, but I know it's not going to be that. So fucking. I know it's not going to be like they're humans who have to give the Transformers the golden disc from the Voyager 1 probe. So.
Actually, just recently, Shia LaBeouf came out and was like, "Those movies are fucking irrelevant and stupid." I was like, "Yeah, we knew that."
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We were supposed to talk about Stephen Hawking on the Uncut. We never did.
Oh.
Yeah. That kind of makes me
He lived a full life. Let's be fair.
75 is a full life to you?
Longer than what he was supposed to get to live.
How much he accomplished? Yes.
Yeah, well, humans are always living longer than they're supposed to.
Being able to cheat on his wife with his nurse? Yes.
Oh my
and getting
God.
away with it? Yes.
They didn't get away with it. They just kind of traded. She's like, I'm not fucking you. Now this girl's going to take over not fucking you. Like, that's it.
It's fine.
Spike Lee and the Luke Cage creator are developing a Night Watch movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, not Night Watch.
Wow.
You might be thinking this is Timur Brakhnov's Russian classic from 2005, which had the sequel Day Watch and Dawn Watch.
No.
But we're not talking
about that. I was
thinking
that because
I was not.
Night Watch is a fictional superhero, as opposed to all the real ones, from the MCU. He first showed up in The Web of Spider-Man, number 97, back in 1993, and is the alter ego to Dr. Kevin Trench. And
this dude looks like Spawn.
He looks like Spawn.
A Spawn ripoff.
Yeah. He does, actually. I think he was kind of designed as Spawn ripoff because it was 93. And, you know what has happened to Spawn back there. He also, like, died and came back and then had his death retconned. And then there's, like, his son took over with his invisibility cloak with, like, nanotech experiments. And
I've never heard of this dude.
Really?
Yeah, I read Spider-Man all the time. I've never heard of this dude.
No.
The hell?
He's pretty cool. He does his own thing. Like, he's kind of in and out. So, like, Venom's launching its own universe. So it's not really... Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't the launch of the universe the way that they're trying to do with The Amazing Spider-Man. It's the Venom movie that launches the actual universe. So Silver and Black, which will be about Black Cat and Silver Sable, which I am so fucking excited for.
So where does Spider-Man actually come into any of these?
He comes and kicks their ass once in a while.
Okay.
Him and Black Cat have a thing.
Oh shit! I have an alarm going.
Oh yeah, they're gonna totally bang a 15-year-old. Yep.
Yeah, that also is really, really weird.
This grown Tom Hardy man is really jealous of a 15-year-old.
He's 18 now.
Tom Holland?
In
no.
real life. Yeah, he is.
Oh, in real life? Oh, so that makes it okay.
Yeah, it does actually.
So Judi Dench is playing an 8-year-old that has a consensual sexual relationship with, like, Kevin Spacey. Would that be okay?
No. But I mean, we don't know what the timeline's going to be like for the next.
Okay.
That was a joke in the comic. That she was 26 and he was 16. That was the joke in the comic.
Kayla. Okay, if I draw a stick picture drawing of two people fucking, is that just okay on its own?
Yeah.
What if I then write, he's 13, she's 36?
Is she hot?
I don't specify that. But did I?
Well, it's a drawing. Did you draw her hot?
I just create exploitative pornography by doing that. Yes or no?
What I'm saying is we don't know what the timeline is for the films. He
Exactly.
might be 18 by the time it comes around.
Yeah, Ray,
jackass.
you have to listen
A
to her point.
36-year-old fucking a 16-year-old is not okay.
Yeah, see, what Kayla's trying to say is that it's okay when it's a younger boy and older woman, then it's hot.
No, it's not.
That's what she's trying to say.
This is
Nice.
wait till we start talking about my Katy Perry argument because you will be told.
That's why you wanted to become a high school teacher and teach drama there, so you can have the children.
That's disgusting.
It is.
Ugh.
Well, what is it? So hold on. Do you think that we gotta talk about this because it is an uncomfortable thing?
All right, let's talk
do you
about
think
it.
that pedophiles are drawn, like my ex, are drawn to being in early childhood development, or is it something that occurs while being in that environment? A bunch of like kids discovering their sexuality around you, spraying off hormones all day, and it confuses your brain.
But we specified high school, so 16.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're like let's say
16's legal in this country, dude.
I was 13 when I started high school.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I was 13 when I had sex with my teacher. Let's skip.
I told him I was 16.
This is going down a weird path that I don't care to talk about.
Really,
So let's go back to the podcast. Also, Morbius Living Vampire will be one of the spin-offs. So you're going to do like a dark universe kind of spin-off of all his like darker characters and then have Spider-Man do his own thing, which is kind of interesting instead of doing Insidious 6. So, yeah, you know what? Like, Nightwatch isn't like obviously the most famous character, but it's cool as well, in my opinion. I'm not going to talk about my opinion actually. Although Silver and Black has been delayed indefinitely, and that's the movie I'm looking forward to the most because it's going to be like girls' night out, but they have superpowers. It's going to be awesome.
Have they cast it yet or no?
No casting for that. But
There's still time.
These work without them having prior like integration with anything Spider-Man.
Well, they're going to integrate with Venom first, and then Venom's going to tie into Spider-Man. So Venom's going to tie into Spider-Man and then set up the universe for them so they don't muddy up a Spider-Man movie with building the universe. There's some also good news about the Silver Sable Black Cat movie is that the director is Gina Prince Bythewood, who is known best for directing The Secret Life of Bees and one of my favorite movies, Love and Basketball.
Oh my god, I remember
I've not
that
seen
movie.
either of those.
It's a good movie. It's a weirdly good movie.
I fucking loved that movie when I was
Yeah, she wrote and directed that movie.
That was one of my favorite movies. I probably watched that way.
No way, really?
I need to rewatch that movie now
That's
that you brought it
awesome.
up.
I'm glad that you liked
I love
it.
that movie.
It's a very
So is Tom Holland appearing in either of these, or is a dude in a Spider-Man suit?
A dude in a Spider-Man suit, Tom Holland will redub, guaranteed. That's how I'm calling it. At least.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. But she's directing the Silver Sable.
That's confusing. Does that make these MCU? Amy Pascal said yes, and Kevin Feige said no.
That's real fucking confusing, and I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, Amy Pascal is an idiot. You've read the Sony leaks after all, right? Like,
yeah, but Palak Patel is the one that's overseeing the development, not what's his name, Feige. So if the Sony VP is doing it, I don't know. But the only thing is that I'm worried about is that the writer is a guy who wrote Now You See Me, and he made a sequel called Now You See Me 2, not called Now You Don't. So I boycotted that movie.
Missed opportunity.
I like that movie, man.
That's a missed opportunity, though.
Mm-hmm.
At one point they were considering a Spider-Man versus the Amazing Spider-Man, and they would bring Tobey and Garfield back. This was before they settled on the deal with Marvel.
So it would just be like one would be Scarlet Spider and the other one would be Peter Parker kind of thing?
I don't know. One would be a lame Spider-Man and one would be a too cool Spider-Man, I guess. I don't know how they
make Tobey regular Spider-Man and then make what's his bitch Scarlet Spider. That'd be fucking awesome, Andrew Garfield.
And they were considering Gwen Stacy Carnage, like in Ultimate.
Oh yeah. That was actually a really cool storyline. Kind of actually that one was you know what? No. When she first has anyone here read the Ultimate Spider-Man comics? Have you guys read it?
I've read all of it.
Okay, so when a couple interesting notes about this Ultimate Spider-Man comic, it's really good. and Bendis and Bagley had the longest run of writer and artist together since Lee and Kirby, which is pretty fascinating. So that when she first shows up at the back door, you remember that?
Yes.
Imagine that on film. I would imagine ending the movie there. Like, I would die. I'd fucking kill myself in the theater. There's so many good moments. Actually, that was one thing that I was really hoping for in the Spider-Man movie, was that it would just be a remake of Ultimate Spider-Man. It kind of was.
Yeah.
But not in a good way. Now,
He never caught Uncle Ben's killer.
So let's go to the dirty yellow chink who hates black people first. How do you feel about this movie?
I don't know who fucking Nightwatch is. I feel like this sounds like a scrap pile idea, and they're like, we have nothing else. Let's attach some big name black people to it.
I will be honest.
Is the Nightwatch dude black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he will be, because obviously it's...
Okay, because, like, what is the basis of these two working together on this? Like, what is the rationale for this specific project having Spike Lee
it's
and
just the fact
Tio
that...
Oh,
Coker?
Well, just having those two big powerhouses doing one of the few black heroes in Spider-Man that's not Blade.
Yeah.
You just said he's not black, but he will be in this.
No, he's black, and he will... Yeah, is he black in the comics? Yeah, and he will be in this, because it's a Spike Lee movie. Like, he's not going to make him white. So, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
We don't have indifferent, right? So...
Above five or below 5. Leave it this way. Spike Lee is doing a dark superhero movie with a guy kind of like Spawn.
Cheat.
Oh, wow. There's nothing I can get you to do to like a black person movie.
Hey, I liked Friday and Friday After Next.
Okay.
Wow, that's racist.
Did you like the day after? Sorry, you didn't like Next Friday? You liked Friday After Next?
I forgot which one was the second one.
Next Friday! It's an easier title!
No, it's not.
Yes, it is!
Friday After Next is 2 weeks from now. Next Friday is just next week.
Is it? Shit.
Yeah. God, I don't even know what he does. I know he he has a costume that makes him strong and fast, and it repairs itself. I don't know. He can glide, move his cape with his mind. He's basically Spawn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can really do to make him not Spawn, except he's not from hell. So, let's see. Spike Lee's doing a Spawn-ish movie in the MCU, and you're saying sheet.
I'd rather they make an MCU movie that's a spin-off of Doctor Strange about Brother Voodoo.
There's no way to make that movie not racist. His name is Brother Voodoo. God damn it. You're just like, you know what I want?
Guy's going through Supreme now, so I don't know, man.
You know what I want? I want Benedict Cumberbatch to play 2 characters like Eddie Murphy, except one's in blackface.
Just call him Cumberback.
Cumberbatch. Oh no, sorry.
His back is very cumber.
Yeah, what was the funnier one that I had? I can't remember. Like Cumberbatch. I don't know where it was.
No, that's terrible.
You're right. It is very funny.
That's the worst thing you've ever said.
Did I fuck that up?
Probably.
This is a weird one because it's gonna make us go down some like weird holes.
By the way, I think it might be sweet. I'm not sure though, but thanks for asking my opinion. Yeah. Let's carry on, shall we?
Oh.
So this is kind of a weird one because Spike Lee directed Oldboy, and that didn't turn out the way I thought it would, but I still like Spike Lee as a director. So that's why I'm nervous about a Spawn film. Yeah, thanks for letting me finish my point, Kayla!
Why don't they just make a Blade reboot?
Oh. Well, I don't want a Blade reboot. I want a Blade sequel. Those movies are perfect. Except for the third one. And the second one, the first one. But other than that, they're great. I like the TV show. It was okay. Kayla? Now that I've addressed you and you're allowed to speak. How dare you mansplain your opinion to me?
I will kill you.
That's illegal. Okay, go on. How do you feel about it?
I think it's gonna be sweet. I'm excited to see what happens. I don't know a lot about the superhero, but I don't know. Seems like a good team. Why not?
Do you think we need more black superheroes?
Yeah.
And are you excited Spike Lee is the one working on this project?
Yeah.
How do both of you feel about the guy from Luke Cage? Because I didn't love Luke Cage.
See, I actually like Luke Cage a lot more than most people did.
Why?
I don't know.
I forgot. The same reason you went to Jamaica. Giant black cocks.
True. No, I mean, I thought like some of the story was great. There was obviously a lot of parts in it that probably could have been cut and nobody would have mind or noticed. But I didn't.
8 of the episodes.
I think because everybody said it was fucking terrible, I was just like, it's not as bad as everybody's saying. So I went into it thinking it was going to be bad, and then was like, oh, it's not that bad.
I don't think. Yeah, see, I didn't hear it being bad. I heard it was okay, and when I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's not great.
I could not. How do you say? I could not detect a distinct directorial touch.
Yes, it felt very bland, and that's why I like Spike Lee working on this.
Sometimes it just felt unfocused too. Like I could sense he was trying to do something.
Yeah,
but like it just didn't land.
That's fair. I didn't even get the sense they were trying anything interesting.
I liked that.
Yeah, the cinematography was real good, but it felt bland. Although I think the classic costume reveal might have been one of the best like uses of that mechanic. But I didn't like how they reference it later, where he shows up in the original costume with the yellow open shirt because he finds laundry, and he has the bandana and the wristbands, like his classic costume. I thought that was really cute. Okay, so we got 2 sweets and a sheet because Ray hates black people. All right.
I think it'd be interesting if they made something about the Black Captain America.
Black in America?
But they already have a Captain America. Why are they going to...
No, but he's not the original Captain America. Steve's not the original Captain America.
I know, but they already... I think they should do Green Lantern. The Black Green Lantern.
Speaking of the Black Green Lantern, John Boyega has been a response to those fan theories about becoming either the Green Lantern or a rebooted Blade. Yeah. So
I like
he's
either of those.
You don't want a Blade reboot.
Shh.
So he's Nigerian British, and he was really, really excited with the idea. I think if you were going to pick one of those for him, I would definitely pick Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Because that...
Also, I just want a good Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good story to be told there. And like in the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds, Oa was beautiful. If the entire movie was set on that planet, I would have liked it. But it was not. It was set on Earth with Blake Lively, who plays a...
Also, he wasn't playing the proper character at all.
Not... Well, Hal is more like that than, like... Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was like he played a perfect Green Lantern. It was just the wrong one.
Yeah,
It was weird. It was
Hal is like cocky and shit, but I would have liked him to do Kyle Rayner, or not Kyle Rayner. Who was the redhead one that became...
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
He pinches asses.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking him of.
Yeah.
So that was a little disappointing, but I think Boyega will just, playing Jon Stewart, who's the name of the character. He's a cool fucking
Jewish
character.
Comedian guy?
Yeah, the Jewish comedian is actually a black superhero Green Lantern. He's fucking great.
No, they make this joke in Green Lantern animated.
Yes!
They talk about Jon Stewart, and Guy Gardner goes, what do you mean? The talk show guy?
Not Green Lantern. Was it the Green Lantern Corps cartoon, or was it Justice League Unlimited?
Green Lantern Corps.
Okay, yeah.
The animated series. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
3D.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's a great idea. I'm sure that he would probably want to do Blade because then he joins the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But Wesley Snipes is down for Blade 4. And if I know anything about fucking black people, black don't crack. Also,
can you really make Blackula's work in the MCU?
Yes.
Why not?
So Boyega was initially not thrilled about Green Lantern because he's only familiar with the movie, and he's like, ugh, not great. And he said about Blade that's Wesley's movie, and I 100% agree with him. I totally think that Wesley Snipes should come back for Blade 4. I think it would be awesome. I think that they should bring back fucking Ryan Reynolds as a goof, for like a minute as King Hannibal or Hannibal King. And what was her name? Whistler's daughter was Justin Timberlake's wife. What's her name?
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. And bring her back too. Have like
I call her Batman.
You know what? Remake Blade 3 because that had a great cast. Dominic Purcell played Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had Triple H. He looked awesome in the movie. Yeah, I think it'd be.
I rewatched those movies.
It's real bad. It's really bad. But
I rewatched all the Resident Evil, so I think I can handle it.
They are every single. Actually, you know what? Know what the best Resident Evil movie is? Blade 2, because they
doesn't exist.
Blade 2, because they send half of Blade 2 in sewers shooting zombies. I'm like, I wish this was the fucking Resident Evil movie.
Oh, it's just so sad. It could have been so good.
Yep.
Anyways.
First, let's pick which one we would rather see him in, as Green Lantern or as Blade. You guys know my vote. I'd rather see him as Green Lantern. How do you feel, Kayla?
Green Lantern, for sure.
And how about you, Ray?
Green Lantern.
Okay, so John Boyega, Green Lantern, we say is sweet. John Boyega,
Sweet.
Blade, I say is sheet.
I'm not ready for Wesley to be done.
And Kayla, how do you feel about him as Blade?
Wesley?
No, as John Boyega.
No, it's Wesley as Blade.
Agreed. Ray, are you in consensus with us?
First of all, I haven't seen any of the Blade films.
What is wrong with you?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Because I
Oh my
don't
god. Oh my
like
god. Oh my
black
You're
god.
people.
fired from this podcast.
Yeah, we could have been Troy and Abed, but I can never say to you, come watch Blade.
Yeah.
Well, I'm willing to watch Blade.
I guess I could say that to you because then you would watch the movie.
In the morning.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a stupid movie about a vampire, a day-walking vampire. You mean an amazing movie about a day-walking vampire? Community's the greatest
It's
show ever
pretty
made.
cool. I just haven't seen the movies.
He's awesome in the cartoons. Movies are great. Movie is great. Also, this is a true story, and there's people that can confirm this. I sleep next to the Blade sword. It's always within arm's distance of me. It's my favorite sword ever made. And I have it next to my bed. I used to sleep with the lightsaber under my pillow. Got uncomfortable. I have the Blade sword next to my bed now.
So if we actually ever looked into any of your ex-girlfriends, would they be missing person?
Yeah, they're not around anymore. No, all of them are around. You can tell that because all you have to do is look for negative things on the internet about me, and they'll for sure do it. If you ever see a girl vagboking about a guy not communicating properly, then you know she's talking about me. Basically.
Oh, I've seen lots of those posts.
I'm totally kidding. I'm not kidding.
you?
I'm not kidding. I communicate well. It's them who don't communicate. I have a form of communication that is loud, but that's about it.
Women are difficult creatures. It's okay.
Mhm.
You can say it.
They think when they raise
So I have no opinion on John Boyega really being Blade, other than he doesn't really look the part. I would choose someone with a different build.
He is very short and stocky. I would go with a little bit some of the more vampiric, long and slender. And
Maybe a Power Ranger from recent years who
Go,
is
go,
black
Power
skin color.
Rangers.
That's actually a really good idea because one of the things I loved about Blade and what made it, stick with me all these years, other than Deacon Frost being one of the best villains ever, is that he was a real martial artist. When he's doing shit, he knows what he's doing. That guy can actually kick people's asses, and it looked amazing. It was beautiful to watch. A real martial artist developed techniques with the sword and then fuck shit up. And John Boyega maybe can act it, but he's not a lifelong martial artist. And I think that changes the physicality significantly, personally. So we know that Flashpoint is coming. It has begun filming in Vancouver, Canada. And it will be retconning some of the DC universe, which means some characters will switch around because Barry Allen travels back in time to stop his mother from dying, sets off a chain of events that changes a bunch of things in DCU, like Kal-El never becoming Superman, Aquaman and the Themyscirans and the Atlanteans are at war. Bruce
Suicide Squad is retconned.
Yeah, Bruce was killed instead of his parents, so his mom became the Joker and his dad became Batman. It's because they both went crazy after seeing their child murdered. It's fucking cool. But they get to introduce new versions of these characters, which means that we are going to need a Thomas Wayne Batman. Now, for Thomas Wayne Batman, the role has been offered to no other than the beloved Danny Duquette, aka the comedian, aka Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yes.
Soman.
I've only seen this dude in 2 movies.
Which movies?
I bet he died in both of them.
Which was good.
And P.S. I love you. And P.S. I love you.
What was he in that?
Yeah, he was a guy that she met at the bar after Leonidas was like writing her letters from the grave, being like, "Yeah, I want you to go out and fuck more Irish guys." And she's like, "Okay."
Oh yeah.
He did. He was like, "Go out there, fuck a
in
singer." Wait, you've seen that movie? That was
with
the bit.
Chicks. I saw it with 2 chicks.
Oh,
So that's-
2. Not bad. Now, if you were to watch those movies, those same people, would they be 2 dudes?
No.
Have you seen Taking Woodstock?
No.
The Accidental Husband.
I saw.
Have you seen the show Weeds?
Great show.
No.
He plays a dad. He plays a dead dad in everything. Dead dad in
Yeah.
Weeds. Dead dad in Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah. Dead dad in Jonah Hex. He was.
I feel like I don't know. Like,
Red Dawn, the remake.
are you trying to sell me on Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
All you
No,
need to know
I'm
is
making
he's
fun
a
of him.
brilliant actor and he's very, very, very sexy, but also married, so I can't have him.
But I mean, it makes sense. He was in fucking Batman v Superman. He played Thomas Wayne in that
Yeah.
scene. Why not have him as fucking Batman in the Flashpoint movie?
But are they gonna get what's her name to be the mom?
Who,
that would be
who
cool,
played
too.
it? I don't remember.
The chick who plays Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, what's her name?
That's why it was funny. Here, I'll look it up.
God damn. She was in the movie called The Boy. Oh god, that movie's stupid. Brahms needs his feeding. Yeah, well, it's all dependent on how you feel about him. You've seen him in a couple movies. How do you
He's
feel
a good
about him?
actor. He's talented.
Don't
You can't
sway
take away
him.
from him.
This is Ray's bit.
Cohen?
After the question presented, we can't interrupt Ray. This is Ray time.
Lauren Cohen is her name.
Yeah, Lauren Cohen, that's what it is. Raymond, you have the floor.
Are they? Because if it's Flashpoint, they
Mhm.
couldn't cast anyone.
Yes,
because
technically they could
The
cast
world is
anyone.
different. Because technically, even though the ripple point is only from like
It spreads in
Barry
both
being,
directions.
like 6 years old,
Yeah.
it still ripples out back into the past. Past
Mhm.
things are changed too slightly.
Yes.
So they could just do whatever.
Which is how the Speed Force works, apparently, up until... Or it didn't work that way, then it did work that way because plot
And then it
devices.
didn't,
And then it didn't!
fucking comics.
And then they destroyed it.
Comics.
And then Impulse showed up and they got rid of Impulse. And fuck you, he's my favorite. Anyway.
So I feel if he's interested, then yeah, because they already have him available. They don't have to go bother auditioning for someone else. But at the same time, his role in Batman v Superman was limited. So actually, he would have to re-audition, I feel, because this would be a much bigger part.
If they just watched his stuff.
I don't think when you're that big of an actor, you audition anymore.
I think sometimes you do if they're like torn between a few actors.
Yeah, but he played the comedian. He already played Batman, kind of.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
He played racist Batman.
He played racist, sexual assaulting Batman. He's like, I raped your mom, and I'm going to try to be cool with you. And she's like, you raped my mom.
Like, as much as Walking Dead sucks now, watching his parts in it alone, like, he's very, very, very good in it.
As Negan?
Yeah, like, really good. Like,
Negan's an easy
he's
character to play,
creepy.
though.
But he has, like, these subtleties that most actors wouldn't care to bother with.
And
Like,
like
if-
that
if,
smile
like-
and those dimples.
No, it's he has good timing. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's editing. So
No, it's not.
I don't think Lauren Cohen has the range to play Joker. Is that hurtful to say?
Not really.
That's not hurtful to say. But
I want to do it.
Well, she doesn't have...
what nutso how okay, what female actress can you think that can play nutso that isn't Tim Burton's wife?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, but she's
She's already Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
But that's the first thing that popped in my head is.
Well, that's the thing. Why not make her the Joker then? Because it totally makes sense. It's all part of the same universe, right? If Harley Quinn became the Joker for that, why not? No, I like Martha Kent being it, and she could do Martha Kent though. Unfortunately, who would do crazy really well? Like a young Janine Tipplehorn.
Who was that chick in that movie with Liam Neeson where they go into like the woods and they get possessed by demons?
The Grey? Are you talking about the movie with not Liam Neeson called Antichrist?
Antichrist? I thought that was Liam Neeson.
No,
that's Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, like 100% Willem Dafoe. How about Julie Bowen? The girl for the mom from Modern Family. She plays crazy and intense really well.
Yeah, because I guess we got to go with a bit older, hey?
Yeah, and she's also hot. She's a hot older lady who can act really neurotic and crazy. Like, I don't want anything interesting. I would just like a regular Joker out of her. You know what I mean?
What about Rosamund Pike? She plays crazy.
No, I don't like
I'm not
her.
a huge fan of her, though.
Yeah.
Juliette Lewis.
Because I know. What about Amy Poehler?
No, Amy Poehler's too funny. But actually, you know what? You might be onto something. Because she can do dramatic as well. Think about it. If she does something crazy and a little evil and just like disturb.
And like when she's like being like has a heightened state of emotion, her eyes kind of bug out and she.
Yeah, that's not a bad suggestion. You don't like it?
How about that chick from 3 Billboards? She's just naturally crazy.
Frances McDormand?
Is she too old?
Yeah, I think she might be to be Jeffrey Dean Morgan's wife.
They get prettier at.
Know who would be good actually, but she's dead? Brittany Murphy.
Oh,
she'd be the right age almost, probably age.
You're just saying that because her smile was that way.
No, because a Girl Interrupted where she played crazy, and I'm like, this chick might be crazy.
Well, and that chick from Riverdale looks exactly like her, but she's too young.
Yeah, not a good enough actress as well.
Oh, remember that
at all.
Remember that Harley Quinn is already in Flashpoint, though. Also.
Oh, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It's not like a major plot point, really. No, I guess that kind of.
Bryce Dallas Howard's crazy looking.
They're gonna use it, right? If it's a character the audiences are already familiar with, they're gonna milk that possibly.
I think Caleb might have just nailed it. To be fair,
Bryce Dallas Howard.
That might be the perfect casting choice. She's a great actress. She's a great actress.
Do crazy for sure.
How old is she now?
She's like 35 or something.
Wait. I might have one better. Selma Blair.
I don't think she's good enough.
Have you seen Cruel Intentions?
Yeah, I have.
She was in Hellboy.
The Sweetest Thing, and I'm scarred for life.
Hellboy?
No, I don't think she has enough range.
We are idiots. We are fucking idiots. The answer has been in front. I'm walking around in front of my monitor. The answer has been in front of us this whole time. Angelina Jolie.
No.
She's the Joker.
No.
That she could do. No. Put her in whiteface. Creepy smile.
I will not watch
creepy. She can do both. She does the mom thing from Changeling, and she does a crazy chick from...
No, because you know what she's going to be? She's just going to be Maleficent, because that's all she knows how to do, and that's what she's going to bring to that character. And Maleficent in the...
Maleficent was an extension of the character from Beowulf. She will play Girl Interrupted. Yeah. That character, she says to redo that.
She's not that person anymore.
But she can access... Obviously she is. That's why Brad Pitt was drinking himself to death.
Even if she was offered it, I guarantee you she would turn it down, but I don't. I think Bryce...
Oh, why? Are they making a Salt sequel? Get the fuck out of here. She's doing it.
She directs now.
If Lindsay Lohan was 10 years older, I'd pick her.
I would pick her over Angelina Jolie.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Look at Angelina Jolie's smile when she's being creepy.
Doesn't make a character.
I need you to go watch Girl Interrupted. It's a horrible movie.
I have seen it. I've done every scene from it in college.
Oh, really?
Acting. Yes.
Oh, were you Brittany Murphy and then they find all the chicken carcasses under your bed and you're like, I fuck my dad?
No, I don't think I did that scene. I think I did the one where Angelina Jolie can.
How old is
kill
Charlize
herself.
Theron?
Of Charlize?
She's the age
35,
range,
I think.
but I'm still scarred after her Alien performance.
Oh yeah, she was in that.
Remember, instead of like weaving,
Dr.
she just
Elizabeth
straight?
Shaw, yeah. Yes, the Prometheus school of running away from things.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's coming at me if I run out of the...
Charlize Theron?
No.
I mean, yeah. No.
I know,
doesn't look the part. She could probably act the part, but she doesn't look the part to me.
Yeah, no, I think, Ray, that's a strong choice, and I think it actually might be the most possible choice, but I personally don't like it, and I don't know why. She can definitely act it. I just don't like it.
I'm sticking with Bryce. She my girl.
BDP?
Mhm.
BDH, I guess.
Yep.
I should learn how to spell. Ray, what's going to be your top choice?
I'm gonna stick with Amy Poehler because we did the Chris Pratt whole like he went from TV to being a film guy. We can do it with Amy Poehler too.
Amy's been in films, man. She was in Sisters and like Baby Mama and shit. She's been in lots of movies. She's been in lots of fucking movies.
I think that's why I'm not on her train, because all the movies I've seen
have not been good.
Yeah. So that's probably why I don't like her for the part.
I guess, but like I'm trying to. Their movies are comedies and shit. I liked Baby Mama.
Jolie, your screensaver though.
No.
Let's go back to that for a minute.
It's my nephew. Baby Mama was good. Inside Out was good. Wet Hot American Summer was good. The House was supposed to be funny. Sisters was supposed to be funny.
Sisters was fucking awful. I fell asleep.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
It was. I tried to drunk review it and I fell asleep.
Uh-oh. You just passed out.
And I never posted it because I was like, this is the most boring fucking drunk review I've ever made in my life.
She was in Hoodwinked 2, which is a CG film that did not do well.
Cartoons and CG films don't count. That's just their voice.
So she doesn't count as a computer voice in Monsters vs. Aliens?
Voices don't count. You can't see them acting. And
Blaze of Glory. That movie was referenced in a Jay-Z Kanye West song.
Oh, that movie.
Does that count? She was in Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. Great movie.
You almost said pick a dick.
Yeah. And Tenacious D, Pick a Dick.
That's what my memoir will be called.
And you might forget a little...
Actually, I have a stronger choice.
Oh.
It's a real dark horse.
Wait. Okay. Before you give that, I have one last movie for Amy Poehler. That obviously Kayla hates, called Mean Girls. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yeah.
That was such a bit part though.
Yeah.
No, she played a very funny part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a cool mom.
Yeah. I'm like one of those cool moms.
If you're drinking, I want you to do it inside of the house.
Hey girls, you guys want some Bacardi Breezers? Yeah, get a little loose. I'm a cool mom. You don't worry about me. I'm just one of the girls.
The dog eats her fake tit.
Miss George. Great stuff.
All right, what's the dark horse?
No, wait. Your dark horse, I know who it is. Can I predict who it is?
Who? Okay, who?
Sarah Jessica Parker in blackface.
Oh. No, I don't know why I would want a dried up tampon to play a role. That's ridiculous.
She's actually a foot. Get it straight.
Who is it?
No, the waitress from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The waitress? Who plays the waitress? Oh, I mean Charlie's wife.
Yeah, Charlie's wife.
She does look a little crazy, but she's not good enough of an actress. Or at least has not shown that.
Definitely looks crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just his wife. She's not a real actress, bro.
Isn't she? I feel
she became one because of that, but she's not really.
I don't know. She was in stuff before.
Yes.
If Caitlin Olsen wasn't so fucking annoying, she could do it.
No, Caitlin Olsen looks a little...
You guys are skewing too young. You're going younger. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is 79 years old.
How dare you?
No, she has to be 20 years older than Ben Affleck. It's going to be hard, dude. He's 51. You have to find someone kind of old.
This girl that you're saying didn't become an actress until It's Always Sunny. Wasn't before it was. That was just the biggest thing she did until she started doing other. Just saying. Carry on.
Whatever. She's
How
only
old
famous
is
for
Maria Bamford.
Maria Bamford is a great actress. Great actress, but she is real drawn. She has to marry Jeffrey Dean Morgan, dude. I don't want to say anything negative about her appearance because I love her as a comedian, but she's weird looking, okay?
How old is Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
51.
You answered that very quick.
Because I said it just a minute ago.
I feel like a female with a background in comedy with the potential for range is the best choice.
Why don't we just get the chick who voices Harley Quinn in all of the cartoons?
Tara Strong.
She looks like the chick that you just said.
Actually, she does. Know who's older but still beautiful and young? Naomi Watts.
Oh yeah. She's too classy though.
She's very classy. I think that's why
that classy vibe.
That's why but she's an amazing actress. If you see Mulholland Drive and The Ring,
she's a great actress.
But if she can do a transformative performance like Heath Ledger, that would be even more stark because Naomi Watts looks so pure.
True.
You know
True. Yeah.
Maybe
onto something.
Michelle Pfeiffer would be great. Okay, we've Elizabeth Hurley.
We've exhausted this, I feel.
Elizabeth Hurley, Michelle Pfeiffer.
So why is she so hot? Anyways,
because she would be perfect for the role of the Joker.
Or my wife.
My wife. Okay, we've exhausted this. We've cast it.
We really have.
Do you guys want to talk about who you cast as Batman instead of Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Nobody.
Ray, how about you, bud?
I can't really think of because I was thinking Mickey Rourke, but that's Dark Knight Returns Batman. That's not.
Yeah, he was kind of based around Mickey Rourke, I think. Or he was based around Mickey Rourke in Sin City because it's the same writer.
Because it's like who's a big dude but not too big, and is kind of around that age, and is like, that's it. That's really it.
That's the one that you can think of.
Yeah.
What about Hugh Jackman or Jared Butler or Bradley Pitt?
I think Hugh Jackman is done with movies that require him to have extreme diets.
That would be fair. Well, you know what? He won't be shirtless a lot. Is that fair?
Maybe. I feel like he might just be done with comic movies for a while.
Okay.
And also, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just the better version of Gerard Butler, so there's no point.
Okay, hear me out on this one. Patrick Dempsey.
Who the fuck is that?
He's Hugh Jackman, basically. They're the same person.
McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy. He was also in Enchanted and Transformers Dark of the Moon is Dylan.
Very handsome, but I don't think so.
Okay, people forget. This guy was like an action star in the 80s, man. He was like the fucking man. He was in Meatballs 3. He was in Loverboy, Run, Mobsters, Bank Robber with Honors, Outbreak. He was Jimbo Scott in Outbreak. This movie's about monkeys. The Treat, The Player. Like he did some shit. Nothing that big. He was in Scream 3. But imagine him quietly putting on the mask and then walking out.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't think so? People keep saying John Hamm, but I don't love that. Although he looks like him.
Yeah.
I would actually prefer Christopher Maloney. He's kind of hard to describe. He's a guy from Law and Order. He was also Mort in Sin City. Recently he was in Snatched. You're gonna have to look him up.
What is his name again?
Christopher Maloney. He kind of has that Batman-y face, but not the hairline. He's bald.
How do you spell Maloney?
Meloni.
Oh yeah,
yes, yeah.
Guys.
Wentworth Miller in 20 years? No. The only thing I don't want to see, and it sucks because I love him. I love Nathan Fillion, but don't ever make him a Batman. It's just not a good choice.
Yeah, but he's a beautiful, beautiful creature.
And if we were to go back to the Watchmen universe to steal our Batman, I think a better choice for that is Thomas Gibson. So that's who would be cast. That's Flashpoint. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman. Sweeter Sheet,
that
Kayla.
Criminal Minds dude, yeah.
Sweet!
And for you, Ray.
Wow.
Jesus. Well, no, wait. You know what kills a fucking podcast? Dead air.
I can't think
We've done a bunch of these podcasts together. If I was to accumulate all the dead air you've provided, we'd have a full podcast.
I can't fucking look.
It's okay. You can look.
I don't have such a strong.
You're right, and that's what makes this difficult is when it's meh. So it's either gonna be good or bad, and if you choose the wrong one, you're an asshole.
The world ends. Oh, that too.
Okay, I'm going to cast Miranda Cosgrove as Martha Wayne.
Get the fuck
Drake
out of here.
Bell as Thomas.
Drake Bell?
The fact that you know that name makes me sad.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
The guy from like Drake and Josh. Those guys.
So.
That's the guy, right?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 13 years old.
They didn't even fucking change his name for that show. That's
Jesus
bullshit.
Christ, he's 31. He's older than me. He's born June 27th, 1986. God damn. How old's Josh? Whoa, that show had Victoria Justice?
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm going to go
She's
back
in,
and
like,
watch.
all of those shows.
Wait, hold up. How old is she in those?
Like 16.
Ugh, gross. Girls don't get hot till they're 22.
Thomas Wayne can be Thomas Hayden Church. Done.
Thomas Hayden Church is ugly.
Is what?
Ugly.
Did you say?
No, I gave you an actual thing.
That's not what he asked you. He asked you if you felt sweet or sheet about Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He was blacked out for that part.
I was blocked up for that part. Sweet. There.
All right.
There
Yay!
I hope he does it.
We're still discussing choices.
It's like, either way I pick, I feel dirty. And that's what really matters. Here's a weird one. Cameron Diaz reportedly retired from acting. Sweet or sheet?
Who gives a shit?
Who was she?
Cameron Diaz. We're going to do a little career retrospective on Cameron
She
Diaz.
did one good movie. It was called The Mask.
Oh,
I
wow.
thought it
That's
was
her
called
good
Shrek.
one?
Oh, it's called Shrek.
Really? That's
No.
neither of you were saying there's something about Mary.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
watching that. That's a good one too.
Oh.
Also,
Basically, anything after that few years is just shit that she's done.
she did Vanilla Sky. Fuck you guys. It's the best movie. It's about my life.
Let's see.
That was
About your
that
life
I
at
watched
all.
that I watched that movie. That exact thing was happening to me at that time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Good to know.
Exact-
I didn't know your face got ripped off.
exact
Joining a
situation.
sex cult?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of Eyes Wide Shut.
You already have Eyes Wide Shut, yeah. So she
That's
was in
my life.
No, it's not.
I wish.
You're Lily Sobolinsky in Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh god.
I don't want a bunch of creepy
I
people
forgot
standing
about
around in
her.
masks and fucking. She should be fucking Martha Wayne.
At least somebody's getting something. you know?
Lee Sobolinsky, aka the Glass House chick.
Whatever happened to her?
She died in the glass house. Someone
I
threw rocks.
knew it.
Someone threw rocks.
Somebody told her to bang on it and the glass shattered. Oh wait, no.
Like that
was
movie
different.
13 Ghosts?
Is that what happened in that one?
No. But they made a house
I
of
was
glass.
talking about the Pascal movie where the chick fucking scarred her face up real bad. Like,
That happened to a chick I was gonna fuck on New Year's once. She was drunk and she went through a window and had to get taken home by an ambulance.
oh,
And I was like, I've been planting my seed with this one all night. I don't know what the fuck to do. So I did the same thing I did every New Year's Eve. I killed myself when my family watched. What happened to Lily? Oh, she retired.
no, did she?
No, but she just had small roles. Kind of got disappeared. She did one episode of The Good Wife in 2011.
Maybe she didn't age well or something because there's all pictures of her looking like a baby.
No, she still looks like that. She's really good for her age.
There's no way she looks exactly like that.
Well, not exactly, but she just hasn't done shit. Like, this is what happens to these young starlets, you know? Hollywood passes them by. She's 34 years old and, you know, her career is considered
Oh,
washed
she
up.
looks like Helen Hunt.
The last
She
thing
does.
Cameron Diaz did was an episode of Yo Gabba Gabba. So fucking, she didn't retire. Her career was already dead.
Okay, well, maybe Lee Sobolinsky has began kind of, I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Maybe she retired and just didn't say anything. Maybe she's just fading away. Maybe she can't get work. Because I can't figure out what the fuck happened to her. She was in big movies
Damn,
and
she
she just
looks
wasn't.
like Helen Hunt a lot.
Yeah, she looks like a young Helen Hunt. And I think that should be a great job for this role. She's a great actress too. She's a really good actress.
She's a good actress.
So it's a shame. She has boobs and everything. I don't know why. You know what she looks like? She looks like the halfway between Blake Lively and Helen Hunt. You sprinkle in a little of Hunger Games bitch in there, and get yourself a Lily Sobieski. Well, you know, when I googled her name, I got a video that says why Hollywood won't cast Lily Sobieski anymore. You guys want to watch it?
Those YouTube videos, they're everywhere.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't want to read that. I don't watch that at all. This is supposed to be a career retrospective to the great Cameron Diaz, who started in 1994 in The Mask.
An episode of Yo Gabba Gabba in 2015.
Right. Okay, we're not going for The Mask to Yo Gabba Gabba. There's shit in between. She was hot in that movie too, which is weird because she was never hot again.
No.
She was then in the greatest TV show ever made for a single episode, known as Space Ghost Coast to Coast. After that, she moved on to a little... Can we not jump ahead, please?
Yes, we can.
She moved on to a little film called She's the One, starring Ed Burns, who also wrote it, where he gets to fuck Jennifer Aniston, which is why he wrote it. He gets fucked by Jennifer Aniston. Then she was on the run in fleeing Minnesota with the greatest actor of all time, Keanu Reeves, being chased by the Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio. Movie sucked too. After that, we had I don't know Head Above Water or Keys to Tulsa, so I'll move on to.
Oh wow, The Mask was actually her first film. I didn't.
Yeah, and we're gonna move on to My Best Friend's Wedding, which is arguably her best movie.
I loved that movie when I was younger.
I love that movie now. Actually, I'm an idiot.
I haven't seen it now.
She was in A Life Less Ordinary. How did I forget about that? Instant classic, 1997's A Life Less Ordinary, directed by Danny Boyle, who's only done good movies, and stars Ewan McGregor and Cameron Diaz as a cleaning man in Los Angeles, because he was replaced by a robot. And then some angels come down and try to help him out. It's fucking weird, and I love it, because Danny Boyle's an incredible director who's never made a bad movie. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, a bit part, does not count. But then she did something huge after that. There's Something About Mary. And that ended her career. And then she never made anything good ever again except for Vanilla Sky. And that was an accident. Oh, did you know she played an extra, which is weird, on Minority Report?
No, I didn't know that.
So after There's Something About Mary, which was in 1998, which catapulted her to stardom, she starred in a very bad movie called Very Bad Things with Christian Slater and Jeremy Piven, and they fuck a Chinese prostitute to death. No, he was fucking her in the bathroom, and then her head went there's a sharp lamp, and it impaled the back of her head and killed her.
What the fuck?
At a bachelor party, and they have to hide the body, and it spirals out of control. Cameron Diaz is there. It's really bad. And then she did another really bad movie called Welcome to Hollywood. She actually did a great performance and a great movie in Being John Malkovich. She played Lottie Schwartz. She was the main chick. I forgot because she was so ugly in that movie, but it was deliberate.
Wow.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen Being John Malkovich, if you are a film buff, it is fucking fantastic. Spike Jonze directed it. It was written by Charlie Kaufman. You can't go wrong. It's really, really fantastic. So I highly encourage everyone to watch Being John Malkovich. It's a weird fucking movie, dude. It's so fucking weird. Then she became Natalie Cook in Charlie's Angels. Which, how do you guys feel about Charlie's Angels? Okay, Ray, how about you, buddy?
I mean, I never watched them, and I have no personal connection to the whole TV show, so I just assumed it was schlock.
It's actually, I hate that movie for a weird reason. It's that movie's fault that Terminator 5 sucks. Because Mick G was a music video director, and they gave him Charlie's Angels as his first big movie kind of thing. Massive budget movie. And he became a film director and then kept pushing to do a Star Trek or not Transformers, Terminator movie. And they gave it to him. and he made Terminator Salvation, and I will never forgive him for that. And then we go on to her next big series that kind of gave her the money to retire, which is Shrek. How do you guys feel about the Shrek series?
I like the first one. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I'm in the same boat.
I like the first one. I've seen parts of the other ones. I think I took a girl on a date to the third one.
You slut.
Which one was the 2007 one? I don't know.
Shrek
the third. Yeah, that's the third one.
Or
yeah,
Shrek
I took
the
a girl
Halls.
to that. I don't know. I banged that Princess Fiona chick, I guess.
That actually explains a lot of your dating choices. And
before she transforms.
Oh,
Sure.
and I'd fuck her after.
Yeah. I'm not that. She's a princess. I'm gonna sleep up, you know? Like, come on.
I want to fuck one of those half dragon, half donkeys. Seems like a cool idea. Vanilla Sky, great movie. You know what? She was kind of hidden because she was in Being John Malkovich, Vanilla Sky, and of course, Gangs of New York. So she has been in good movies. They're just kind of like, we forget about it because she was in Her Shoes and The Holiday and What Happens in Vegas.
She did nothing good after 2002.
Basically, yeah. The Green Hornet was horrible. The Box. Actually, The Green Hornet was kind of fun. Bad Teacher was really good. She was good in that.
No, that movie sucked.
What to Expect When You're Expecting was horrible. In a World was bad. The Counselor.
The Other Woman was good, but only because of Leslie Mann.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I haven't seen Sex Tape.
So.
Oh, and she was terrible in Annie.
I never saw that. She was in Black Annie.
Yeah, they fucked that movie up so hard.
No, why? They made Annie black. No one was surprised she was an orphan.
No, she was actually the best part.
Yeah,
but that's unbelievable. No one would adopt a little black girl.
Exactly, especially with hair like that. You know how long it takes to do fucking Quivena St. Hannies Wallace's hair?
Wow.
How do you say her first name?
I don't know.
Quivenzahani, I believe it is.
Quivenzane.
No, I think it's Quivenzahani, like Zah.
No. There's
Quivenzani.
No,
right?
no. There's an accent aigu. It's nay.
Oh, right, because they're part French. It's like French, like Creole or something. I don't know. But you know who else was in that movie? Adewale Akinue Abjidbe, and he's great too. I like black people with complicated names. As you guys might remember, our official mascot of the ROFLcast podcast, Gugu Mbatha Raw, our favorite Star Trek character, Star Wars. So her final film will be remembered as Annie. She was in... Oh, actually, her movie before that was Sex Tape, and her name was Annie in Sex Tape.
That's creepy. Kind of.
Not really. I actually didn't even know this movie existed. 2014, Sex Tape, starring Jason Segel, Rob Corddry, and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
Jesus.
I saw the
2014.
preview for it.
Easy.
It's about the cloud.
Ellie Kemper is in it.
Jesus, how did I miss that one? I would usually watch anything.
Previews for that?
Yeah, I do a podcast about movie trailers, and I missed that.
Yeah. No, they make a sex tape on their iPad, and when they try to delete it, it goes up into the cloud, and they can't delete it.
I did
36 out of 100.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think we actually talked about that on ROFLcast, and I was like, "This is so dumb. I'm not watching this whole thing."
It won a Razzie.
There you go.
Cameron Diaz.
So Annie, Sex Tape. Let's go through these final movies of Miss Cameron Diaz. Annie, 2014, with an IMDb rating of 5.3. Sex Tape, in 2014 as well. IMDb rating, 5.1. The Other Woman, 2014. 6.0. Hey! That's not bad.
That deserves a 6.
Kate Upton was in that movie.
Yeah, she was so bland. It was great.
Yeah, she did have boobs.
She did have boobs. She did have those.
And that's all she was there for. And it was actually kind of...
Pretty much.
It was weird because it was exploitive and shitty to like pretty women that are curvy because all she could be was like a vapid loser. The Counselor. Ridley Scott movie, surprisingly. 5.3. And...
What the fuck is The Counselor?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, that movie was stupid.
And then finally, we have a movie named after my favorite X-Men character, Gambit, which has a 5.7. With Colin Firth.
Not about.
Oh my god, that's a Joel and Ethan Coen written movie? How did I miss this? Apparently I don't know very much about movies.
Did you black out for the past 8 years?
I think it's blacked out Cameron Diaz.
Reception. Oh no, because it's a bad Coen Brothers movie.
They make those?
Overwhelmingly negative reviews.
You just don't hear
18%.
about them.
Jesus Christ. Well, you know what, Cameron? You did what I would do. I would drive my career into the ground, make as much money as possible, and get the fuck out of there.
Because it was written by the Coen Brothers, but not directed by them.
Oh. Yeah, they didn't direct it. But still, even if they write it, you're working off a Coen Brothers script. You can't make that good.
Well, they're technically rewriting something else, so I don't know.
No movie was bad. What she was bad in actually made the movie significantly worse because she was in it, but the movie wasn't bad. Night and Day with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah. So guess what? Apparently she's not actually retiring from acting. It was just a joke that Selma Blair tweeted out. So we've talked about this for no reason.
No, I was going to get to that. Kind of stepped on the joke here.
I didn't know. I just said that now. You made me go to IMDb. This is what happened.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the joke I was setting up for the last hour.
Sucks, so it's okay.
You know what? I'm not going to say it anymore then.
Say it.
So apparently it was a joke by Selma Blair that her career was over, but the only joke I see here is her actual career.
Is over. Accurate.
And scene. Thanks, Kayla. Great setups.
I'm here to ruin podcasts.
You know what? I'm expecting a lot of intuition from you two, and you guys are paying off in spades.
What the fuck is Yo Gabba Gabba?
It's a kid show, dude. Just get over it, okay?
I just want to know.
It's such a silly name.
Exactly.
Soon we will not be getting our ratings from either. Sweeter Sheet is over. This week's news is overwhelmingly sweet, which is good. Rotten Tomatoes. We're no longer going to be using them. IMDb. We will no longer be using them. Metacritic, not for me. We are using only one review site from now on, and that's called Cherry Picks. Why? Because it is an all-female critics review site. What do you say, champs? Guys? Girls?
Sorry,
I'm confused. Was this a trick and Sweeter Sheet is not actually over?
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? Re-singing the theme song, because Sweeter Sheet's not over! Come on, Ray.
Poop or goo. You know, Sweeter Sheet again.
Poop or goo?
You know, I haven't had time to go to Rhyme Zone and find a better rhyme.
It wasn't.
So
you were saying
goo should never be in the same sentence. Ever.
You're trying to rhyme good and poo, not poop and goo.
Yeah, good.
You dropped the last letter of the wrong word.
Poop and good.
Poo and goo.
Goo.
Oh my god. Okay. Is this Sweeter Sheet? Miranda Bailey found this. Is this Sweeter Sheet news, Ray?
Why would a woman's review at all?
Why doesn't it matter?
But why does the gender of everyone who is curating reviews matter?
Because it's predominantly male.
But a film can stand on its own objective merits that anyone can identify. It doesn't take this. I feel like this is meant to point out, this film passes the Bechdel test, etc., etc. It's not actually reviews.
They haven't said that.
Editorializing the merit of a film.
They haven't said that. All they said is going to be reviews from female critics. Individual female critics can be judged on their own merit. They're just aggregating by their sex. But don't you think
that's already a slippery slope? I feel.
Well, slippery slope's logical fallacy. We don't allow logical fallacies on ROFLcast.
Fine, it's a muddy slope.
Why is it a
muddy slope? Is what I call my butthole.
I believe it.
That was real aggressive. This girl who found it is named Miranda Bailey. Guess who Miranda Bailey is?
Who?
She's a character from Grey's Anatomy. It's not the character who found this, but it's just funny. Anyway, I don't really care if it's Sweeter Sheet. It doesn't matter to me, man. You want to have an all-female review site, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you find there's I think a better idea would be an equal number of critics from either gender, because right now we know that Rotten Tomatoes is 90% male and 10% female. So,
yeah, but I think that's
right now we basically have a men-only one. So
I would go further. I would pick from age groups, and also I don't want to say this, socioeconomic class.
We need poor black women under the age of 13 writing reviews about 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. That's my Ray impression.
Other poor black women under age of 13 will know, is this movie for them?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like, if we're gonna do it, I feel like we should be.
My God.
We should be doing like demographic slices the way the industry actually works.
Yeah, I don't think being a woman has anything to do with how you perceive a film. Personally, I believe that people's experiences and life experiences will alter. Men and women will experience different things, but that doesn't mean that a man can't have the female experience, because we see with transgenders that they obviously can. And it doesn't bug me though. Like, it's not one of those things that I'm like, oh no, you're not allowed to have that. No, go for it. I don't support that type of separation, because I don't believe that the gender or race or age should have any merit on how they perceive a film. But if they feel like that they are being underrepresentative of female reviewers, and they want to make something dedicated to the underrepresented group, then I support that.
And maybe this is the platform that they had to take because Rotten Tomatoes wasn't taking more female reviewers. There's also that side of things that
Rotten Tomatoes doesn't take reviewers; it aggregates them. You know,
or whatever.
It's just a matter of more men review movies than women, right?
And all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about this, Kayla?
I mean, I think it's sweet. Like, I don't know why it's such a big deal. Like, it's, if women want to write about movies, they should.
I think the name is kind of gross.
It's that the headline is that it's implying it's going to replace Rotten Tomatoes.
No, yeah. That's just what Achilles said.
Yeah, that's what I said. But you know what? A lot of these stuff, like when they see these little groups, kind of, or underrepresented group, which female movie reviewers apparently is, being lauded, a lot of people go over the top with a rah you can do it stuff, and like, this is gonna change the world. You know, children can change the world. No, you can't. But I have no problem with them cheering them on, and if Cherry Picks is both a very clever and kind of disgusting name, since that's what we refer to her hymen. It's like, it's like,
oh,
so you know what? After you burst a girl's
hymen, that's gross, man.
So after you burst a girl's hymen, they have to go in there with their nails and pull out the loose pieces of skin that you've torn up with your glorious dick.
What?
And that's what. That's what cherry picking is.
Oh, okay. So if you call picking your nose mining for gold, can we call that mining for rubies?
Oh, that's a great idea.
That doesn't happen.
That way, they can use the name Cherry Picks without people getting confused.
Oh, I hate you.
We were all thinking it.
Stephen Hawking's dead. Sweeter Shoot is over.
Because
Poop
Stephen
or
Hawking's
scoop?
dead.
That's what it should be. Poop or scoop.
Oh wow, that's even better. You were coming with great stuff today.
Then people hear Pooper Scooper.
Look at Rhyme Zone.
Thank you. I googled rhymes. Jesus.
What rhymes with poop?
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, but I'm not going to.
There were like
what?
actually 10 more things, but okay.
What is it?
They're already recasting Wolverine, pissing me off.
Oh yeah.
What? Who? When? Where?
They want Scott Eastwood, who's fucking Clint Eastwood's kid. He was in Fast and the Furious 19. He was actually pretty good in that. And he's pretty good.
Why don't they just get Patrick Dempsey? It'll be like nothing ever happened.
I just don't. I don't know. Scott Eastwood. Is he in Pac Rim as well? Yeah, he's in Pac Rim.
He's so young looking though.
He is really young.
Like, do they want to go younger?
I don't know why they would.
Because technically Wolverine ages slower, but he's lived so long at this point that he has a sort of...
Scott Eastwood has a very mature face, and he's not going to age a ton. Like, he's going to start looking like Clint in, 60 years. So it might be, like, good for longevity. But he looks more like Captain America with, a little bit of stubble than he looks like Wolverine,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How about make a feral Wolverine? Someone with a lot of hair, with a hairy chest. That'd be great. If Wolverine had hair on his chest, that'd be awesome.
Who has a hairy chest that you can think of?
Can we just pretend like Taylor Kitsch hasn't been in any of the movies and just make him the new Wolverine? Because I love him.
Yeah, because he has a completely waxed chest.
But maybe he won't wax for the movie, just for you.
Taylor Kitsch and his amazing acting ability. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, if this would be a new Wolverine for the MCU, then yeah, I can see them doing that. Because Chris Evans was Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, so they could still use Taylor Kitsch, but
I mean, he should be
Similar, like,
Canadian.
Ben Foster is a great actor.
You know how
I don't
everyone...
think Ben Foster's not big enough, I don't think.
Yeah, why the fuck would you even pick Ben Foster? That's a fucking weird one.
I don't know, because he has the face. I could see him as
Really? He doesn't ever have... I don't think I've ever seen him have facial hair. He has such a baby face. I did in what's it called? 310 Yuma?
I don't know what that is.
310 Yuma is a remake of an amazing Western. It's a pretty good remake. I actually prefer older Westerns to remakes. I don't know why. Something nice about them. But let's not think about Hugh Jackman's replacement.
Not Ben Foster. I take it back.
Yeah. I want someone feral. You know, I don't want someone that needs to have a six pack. They can't be like jacked, but like I want their body to be a little Tom Hardy-y, where he's short and kind of wide, like when he was playing Bronson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are like saying things like Jon Snow. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I saw that one too, but I don't like that one.
Penn Badgley was.
I don't think Kit Harington's even a good actor.
Shia LaBeouf was fucking mentioned.
Penn Badgley would be, but I still I can't get the teenage him out of my head ever, so it wouldn't.
Neither can I, Kayla. Neither can I.
Wait, what about Kiefer Sutherland?
He's too old. Huh.
That's a hard one, though.
Yeah, it is. People were saying Jake
that
Gyllenhaal.
One or
because
the Bond one
Hugh
I
Jackman
had right
look
away.
is
But
iconic.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like. I don't like the idea of. Or you know what? Maybe if they dyed the hair of the guy from Sons of Anarchy, Charlie Hunnam. No, I'm trying to think of people with beards. Who's someone from? There's no one who is.
Charlie Hunnam is also a terrible actor.
He was good in Tron. Was that him? No, it was Garrett Hedlund. I get them confused all the time. No, there's a guy in season 2 of Vikings who do really good. Oh, fuck! There's a dude in this show, Frontier, the one, Jason Momoa show. Have you guys seen that?
No.
No, not yet.
It's pretty good. I don't actually know if it's good or not. I can't tell. I'm like, I'm enjoying this, but no one else was. Ah, God, if I could remember this kid's fucking name, but he looks great. Stephen Lord, maybe? No, that's not it. I can't remember. I'm gonna look into it though and find it. I'm sure there's gonna be someone on like Game of Thrones or Vikings or Frontier that we're overlooking, and you know we can't think of.
What about the ginger guy from the Wildings, Game of Thrones? He's badass.
No,
but he's ginger.
He's ginger.
It's okay. You can dye his hair.
Ugh.
The kid who plays Jason Momoa's like cousin or whatever, little Jason Momoa in Frontier. That's the dude that should be Wolverine. I want some dude that looks like he lives out in the woods. You know what I mean?
I feel like there was somebody else, but I can't think of who it was.
Well, we'd want to skew younger, though, right? You'd have to go.
We want someone who was actually Canadian, though.
Yeah, I guess. But who can even, like, the only one I can think of off the top of my head are all comedians, right? Like,
what about Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, he was being suggested. I wanted to fucking kill myself.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, Also, I don't think you take it about movies.
How about Jay Baruchel?
No, I was thinking Jay Baruchel for Gambit would be better.
That actually would be a kind of amazing Gambit. That's kind of amazing. Oh,
That's
wait.
why I didn't mention him. I tried to mention him earlier, and then I thought, no, wait, he would be better for Gambit. But now, so I'm trying to find someone else who is kind of young and Canadian. I'm like, no.
Wouldn't it be funny if they got Aaron Ashmore to play Wolverine? Sean Ashmore's brother. Twin brother.
The one that...
Wait, we forget. The greatest actor of all time is Canadian, and he'd be a great Wolverine. Keanu Reeves.
Keanu!
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Why do you think so old?
Since he's playing it kind of already, Stephen Amell. Maybe too big?
Maybe
He's a good actor.
too big.
He's not a bad actor.
Will Arnett! He's too tall.
Joshua Jackson. Found it.
Crushed it.
No, seriously, Joshua Jackson.
No, I would actually love that. I love Joshua Jackson.
What's
He's
in?
Fringe. Pacey.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek,
Hello.
yeah. Played Pacey.
The best show of all time.
That's a show.
Is Brendan Fraser old?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he got divorced to Diane Kruger. That's so sad.
Who? Joshua Jackson?
Yeah.
Bitch is single? How you doing?
You like her?
I know somebody who had sex with.
With her?
No, with him, with Joshua Jackson.
You know someone who fucked Joshua Jackson?
Yeah, and like I think high school. My hairstylist.
Oh,
in Vancouver.
I thought you meant when she was in high school, and I was like,
no.
I fought a war over Diane Kruger, so she played Helen in Troy.
Yes.
So
I get it.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But she's not really been in anything that big since then, hey?
No. I don't even know if she's I don't even know.
I know she showed up in The Bridge. It was a pretty good show, but that was like fucking years ago. Yeah, so that's sad. But I think Joshua Jackson, after watching Fringe, can definitely do it. He's 39, so he's a little bit older, but he looks grizzled. He has a great
he looks
angry
younger
look.
too, though.
He can be tough. Yeah, I think he's
I like that pick.
and he's Canadian. That's the most important thing. Born in Vancouver. Kind of like America, but
They want to be, but they're not quite there.
they wish they were.
All right. It's like California wishes they were Canadian.
So that's our picks for now. We'll definitely think about this throughout the week and come back to it because we'll think of a million things that are way better. Everyone's like screaming at their computer what the fuck better suggestions are. And we're like, we should get the Pacey from Dawson's Creek. Okay, talk about Katy Perry before we get out of here. Let's wrap this up.
Oh, okay. So I will say the story. So Katy Perry is on and she is in the news because she had a 19-year-old kid on there singing, and he said he had never kissed a girl before. So they made a big joke out of it. So she goes, "Come here and kiss me on the cheek." So he goes up, and she's 36, remind you of that.
What? She's that old?
Yeah, she's 36. So he kisses her on the cheek, and then he pulls back, and she's like, "Oh, there wasn't even like a smacking sound." So then she says one more time. He goes to do it again, and she sneaks in and actually kisses him on the lips. And so there's a big thing in the news right now about that because, well, he's a teenager and she is not. And also, how would everybody think about it?
How old
he's
was he?
19.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
But he's never kissed a girl. But how would you feel if any of the men next to her, Luke Bryant or what's his name?
I like Luke Bryant.
How would you feel if Lionel Richie or Bryant did that to a 19-year-old?
Yeah, but Lionel Richie's 61. There's a difference.
Not really.
If Ryan Gosling did it to a girl who was a fan, then I think it'd be okay.
But what if they didn't want her to and they didn't like it and they were unhappy about it? Because they're super conservative.
Wait. She invited him over and he...
No. This was all on TV.
I don't know.
This was all on TV.
I don't fucking know. Okay, this is stupid. I don't know.
Okay.
This is stupid.
No, the story's not stupid. I'm glad you brought it up, but I think the outrage. I think yes. You know what? Now that you say it, yes, there is a double standard. Because if it was a girl, it'd be a big issue. Because it's a guy, I honestly don't care. And you're absolutely right. I think there is a double standard there. Huh? I wonder why that is. No, honestly though, like, what's the?
It's the same thing when men came. Like like a few years ago in Toronto, a man came out saying a bunch of women raped him in a limo, and everybody laughed at him and said, "Oh, you should be so happy that you would have sex with all these women." But if it happened to a girl, people would be outraged. That shit's not okay.
Yeah.
Like that's this same situation. If this was the other way around, and a man had did this to a young 19-year-old female, people would be outraged. But because it's a male, it's a joke, and that's just fucked up in my head.
Are people outraged by this?
They are actually.
Okay.
A lot.
So you know what?
They're more so outraged at the fact that people aren't upset about it because it is a young man.
Was inappropriate of her to offer.
But no,
at the same time, he accepted.
But it wasn't. No, he didn't. He went to kiss her on the cheek.
Yeah.
She turned and kissed him on the lips.
No, I'm talking about the initial offer.
To kiss him on the cheek?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. That's a cheek kiss. That's different.
I guess.
Technically.
I mean, technically, I've kind of pulled that move once or twice.
Well, with someone probably closer to your age.
Yeah. I mean,
but was she hotter than Katy Perry?
Usually they're a little older than me, actually. So I don't know. I actually might be the victim in this story because I definitely I've had a girl kind of do that when she was in her 20s and I was 19, and she's listening to this. She will be. She keeps tabs on me. Mrs. Robinson.
But yeah, I was just curious to see what your guys' no.
Yeah, fuck. You definitely just exposed me for having a huge double standard on this, and I feel stupid. But like, is it okay that I have a double standard, or is this an issue?
I mean, I think I can't speak for you. Like, you're of the male sex, so if it doesn't bother you, that's
so you want to go to cherry picks now?
Yes, that's exactly what I do. But I mean, like, I think it is troublesome. It's a smaller scale of bigger things that are going on that people are thinking are stupid. It's the same thing in Hollywood with the men that are coming out about the sexual abuse because they're coming out about other males sexually abusing them. It's a big deal. But I feel like if they're coming out about women sexually abusing them, I don't know if the same reaction would happen.
Yeah, actually,
and that's fucked up.
I don't know how we're gonna feel if, like Tom Holland said, Marissa Tomei grabbed his ass.
Yeah, and I mean, I watched another clip
I'm
actually
gonna jerk off to that
tonight of her
me
being
too, actually.
very suggestive with another contestant and who had a girlfriend, and she was making him feel really awkward. And it was weird. Like,
but that's her kind of her
fucking
shtick.
awkward on it.
That's her shtick. She did that to Bo Burnham at the YouTube Awards back in like 2010, and she's
Well,
like, "Thank
why
God
does
you're
that feel
18 at
sleazy to me?
least." That's her persona. She
it's
plays that kind of
sleazy.
yes,
She's
and
like a dirty old man.
Yeah, in a woman's body. And that's kind of I think that might be the appeal of her shtick. I mean, there's guys that are always hitting on anything that can walk, and that's part of their shtick. And that's okay. But when a woman does it, it's not. Like, I'm fine with the way she acts.
But what about that 19-year-old model who said something about one of the kids from the Netflix show?
Stranger Things?
Yeah, what about that?
All she said, I just met Finn Wolfhard. Call me when you're 19. I've said that to guys.
Yeah, but she got fucking ridiculed. So why is that?
She's fucking 19. She turned 19 a week before she posted that.
Well, and I know, and I agree with you, but she got ridiculed and torn apart in the media, but yet it's okay for this, which is like physical and to a whole other level. That's what I'm saying. Like, why was that so fucking frowned upon, but this isn't? I'm
not saying that this is how people feel about it. I'm only saying this is how I feel about it. So in my mind, I don't think she should have been raked over the coals for that. Because I've been 19 or 18 when I first moved to Edmonton, and I'm like going to a bar, talking to a girl, and she was like, "Oh, I'm actually 17. I snuck in here." And I was like, "Oh shit." And I was 4 months older than her. But I wouldn't obviously do anything because, like, I'm worried that I'm going to get arrested if I make out with her. But you don't know. But I think, like that. I know, but I was 18. I didn't know any better, right? So I'm like, I can't even hold this girl's hand without getting arrested. So I'm like, I got to go. But it was like one of those things that, like I said, I'm like, oh, that sucks. But here's my number. Call me when you're legal. Mm-hmm. Like, it was a joke, but I mean.
And I agree. I think, like, it was a joke, but. Like, so many people were so mad about this, but not that many people are mad about the whole Katy Perry thing. And that's where I'm just like, what?
No, society's reaction about it, I don't like. I think if you're going to be mad about one thing, be mad about everything. But it seems like they're both getting shit over it. But she's getting more shit. The girl about Finn Wolfhard is getting more shit than Katy Perry. Because people expect it of Katy Perry. So there is no set standard.
Okay.
No, not at all.
People expect it of a lot of men that have, like, fucking sexually assaulted women, but that doesn't make it okay.
Yeah,
I'm saying you're saying it's okay, but that's how society looks at it. They look at it like, oh, it's Katy Perry. Oh, hit her on the cheek with your fist. Like, I don't fucking know. It's fucking weird.
It's it definitely exposes the like bias that there is in the media towards these types of things, and for people's selective outrage and like where it goes. But Katy Perry, I mean, that's obviously a creepy thing to do. It's not like back in the day, like 10 years ago, that'd be fine. Everyone laugh. But the zeitgeist has changed so much that we're starting to have a conversation about consent that hasn't really been had before. It's been largely ignored. And there's good positive changes coming out of that. And by harping back to even the sweet, innocent joke-like things that revoke consent from the person, even if the intention is pure, we have to avoid, as a pop culture figure, you have to avoid those types of taboos. Because you're representing the zeitgeist. I don't represent the zeitgeist. We're anti-zeitgeist, right? So, like, I'll say words that are deliberately inflammatory because they're trigger words, and that's the type of people I'm trying to weed out. You know what I mean? Like this podcast, if you're triggered in any way, is just not for you. And I don't need to put a trigger warning for specific things. I just mean if you're offended by anything ever, you can't listen to us.
Well, I mean, and there are going to be people that are offended by everything. Which,
Yes, there
calm
are.
the fuck
And-
down,
and
like,
that's the
you're
thing,
gonna be
like,
okay.
When me and Will were doing our Gamergate debate stuff, you should have seen the fucking haters. You know, we only got 13,000 views on that video, but I got 13,500 fucking comments about what a piece of shit we are for laughing at social justice warriors.
Oh, really?
So-
I mean, their name is social justice warriors. Like, fucking.
Ray was there during the fucking Twitter storm. He saw all this shit. It's fucking insane. Matt was getting it real bad. That was actually when right around Matt was leaving. That was a whole thing. We had a whole thing with Red Star that was going on. Do you remember all that shit, Ray?
Yes.
Twitter was a nightmare. It was 100 notifications a day if you're lucky, and like probably the most activity Twitter's ever seen. Video game journalists were like, "Hey, your video games are sexist, and that makes you a piece of shit." And then the video gamers like, "You're coming after our video games? Not today!" To Twitter. Yeah, and then people are like, "Oh, these gamers are threatening violence." I'm like, "What are they gonna do? Shoot you in Call of Duty?" These faggots have never held a gun. The only thing they've ever held is a controller. They're not gonna. You think they're gonna get out of their? Yeah, you think get out of their fucking houses to go do something? That's a complete opposite of being a gamer. we were the industry that pushed forward digital downloads of files that are like 40 gigs. Games are like 40, 50 gigs. Back when we had 1 megabyte per second download speeds, because that's how much we didn't want to leave the house. We'd rather not use the internet for a day and a half than leave the house. So that was what Gamergate was about. Thanks everyone so much for listening. We went a lot of places here, but I liked it. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, I was wrong. Katy Perry's 33.
Okay, well that makes it way less bad.
I mean, it's still kind of fucked up.
I say that's sweet news. I say good for that kid. He got a surprise. You know what it is?
But he doesn't feel that way about it.
Well, you don't know how he feels about it because you
Yeah,
won't
I
talk to
do.
him.
He wrote
You won't
something
answer his
about it.
texts. He's trying to
worked
apologize.
really hard.
Why won't you just listen to him? Keep talking about communication. Why not communicate now?
Stop projecting on me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks everyone so much for listening. As we've decided, that news is definitely sweet, because if we were to take a sampling of all the men who have regular hormone development and all the women who have regular hormone development, put them in that situation, a large majority of the men would be completely fine and eager for that situation, whereas a larger majority of the women would not. She took a risk, and she's getting backlash on it, which she deserves. I'm glad we talked about this though, because it reminds me what a piece of shit Ray is.
What?
Fuck you.
What?
Name a Katy Perry song, Ray.
What?
Name a Katy Perry song.
Didn't she?
Shut the fuck up. Thanks everyone so much for listening. You can find me at Achilles on Twitter, also at ROFLcast, also ROFLcast.com. You can download and stream all the episodes. YouTube.com/ROFLcast. Kayla, where can they find you online?
Find me at Kayla Quinn _9 on Twitter or Instagram.
And for you, Soman.
Salmon Rider on Twitter.
And once again, this is ROFLcast. What should we call this episode this week? What do we talk about the most? Penis envy should be our uncut.
I mean, we basically just cast whatchamacallit for like an hour. Look at the new Batman and Joker. For like a fucking hour.
Sit while we scroll through IMDb trying to figure out who should play a character from a list of random actors while I Google
Look, all this
actresses over
IMDb
40.
cast.
Yeah.
Black don't crack.
You're gonna just
Hey,
pull from
I gotta say
iTunes.
that once in this podcast, not more than once. Now it's over the line.
You know what? We did great. And most importantly, we learned that Katy Perry is a pedophile. I guess not, because the kid was
No,
overage.
he's legal.
She does not
It's so
respect
gross.
consent and is not a good example on how one should use consent. And that's why she should be killed in the name of Allah. No, she should be killed for that last album and that shitty haircut. Holy fuck. You know what? Actually, I've been listening to T Swizzle a little bit more. I really like her new single, Delicate. Also, I've learned most of the dance by now.
I believe it.
Also, I like the Are You Ready For It? Blood Pop remix.
Blood Pop?
Yep. He's a producer. He works with like Justin Bieber and shit. He actually released a album, like a collaboration album, like Timbaland did with Shock Value 1 and 2. And he has a song with Haley Steinfeld, her like, big new one, where the little girl from fucking True Grit is trying to look all sexy in lingerie, trying to look like she's 40. I'm like, girl, you're fucking 18. Enjoy being 18. Stop dressing in negligee that makes you look like a 35-year-old Victoria's Secret model. Like, shit. Anyway, that song was his. And that's where we'll leave you this week. Is there any final words you'd like to have, Ray?
Rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. That's the name of the podcast.
Oh.
We didn't even talk about him.
Exactly.
Do you know what the last sound was before he died?
The 56K modem noise.
A window shutting down.
It's now safe to turn off your computer.
Hey, Kayla, do you have any final words?
Nope.
Fuck Katy Perry. Thanks everyone so much for listening. This has been a fantastic event with ROFLcast. Join us at ROFLcast.com. Join all of us on Twitter. And until next time, we remain podcasting.